record. There we go. Now we're recording. So I am Sarah Federer. I'm a Young Living Silver Leader. I am a mom to two toddlers. We have a son, Gabe, who's 18 months old. Zoe is 3 years old. We are bed and breakfast owners, and we have a team called In With the Oils. That's all of our people who are on our Young Living team and our downline that we help mentor and educate. Our group is right around 250 members right now, and filled with incredible people that we are very, very blessed to know. I am formerly now, I was a public relations account executive with one of the top PR agencies in the city in New Orleans. I stepped away from my full-time PR job in November, middle of November, because I really just wanted more time for family. Being a full-time working mom with two other businesses, I had my Young Living business and we have our bed and breakfast. My family was just getting my leftovers, and I was not giving them everything that they deserved, and I was exhausted all the time. I wasn't living to my potential because, I just didn't have anything left at the end of the day. And unfortunately, I feel like that's so many of us. And that's why Young Living as a business is, so strongly on my heart now more than ever, because it really has been our way out as a family. Now I wake up, I spend time with my kids in the morning. I work part-time and I have flexible hours. I don't have to miss things with them. So that's been one of our biggest whys on this journey. We have several whys, but that's a big one for us. So I've been a Young Living member for about 4 years, a little over 4 years. This definitely did not start out as a business for us whatsoever. I used and loved my oils for almost 3 years before it ever occurred to me to share them. And the first people that I started sharing with were my mom, my mother-in-law, some of my best friends, and they started using the oils and loving them and seeing health transformations in their lives just like we did in our family. And so my passion grew, sort of just seeing how these oils were affecting everyone around us and how much they loved them. And then about a year and a half ago, I was with our Royal Crown Diamond leader, Haley Aliff. For those of you who know Haley, she is one of the most just sweet, genuine, inspiring people that I've ever met. She and I go back to like elementary school together. She was my doula with both kids. And so we were at a wedding together, and I was venting, just telling her, oh my gosh, I'm just so stressed out at work. I don't have time for anything. I was pregnant at the time, about to have Gabe, and I just needed a way out. And she was like, Sarah, you really need to consider Young Living as a business opportunity. And I was like, okay, yeah, sounds really great. How the heck am I going to find time for this? I've been sharing casually before that point, but I really didn't catch fire until a few months later. So Haley sort of, ignited that flame. And then a few months later, our gold leader, soon to be platinum leader, Marissa Puffer, she's the leader of the Oil Harvest. That's her group. And she came and co-taught my first class with me at our home, Blue Hair and Bed and Breakfast. And I probably didn't teach another class for a few months, but a few months later, I ended up starting weekly, what we call wine downs at our home. And it's kind of fun. So we just invite friends over to drink wine and learn new things about oils that they didn't know before. And if they, choose to dive in, get a kit, start using the oils, fabulous. If not, that's okay too. But we have fun, regardless. So that's when things really started to take off. I started having weekly wine downs at our home. And I, before I knew it, I think it was within 5 months of, I'd been teaching wine downs for about 6 months probably. And then I hit the rank of silver with Young Living. And so the average silver with Young Living makes an average of around $2,200 a month. And before I knew it, that was paying my mortgage. It was paying most of my household bills. And of course, definitely covering the cost of my oils. So all of this happened very organically. And once I really started committing to it and doing things consistently and regularly, it took off. And honestly, it's changed our lives, because without that, I would not have been able to step away from my full-time PR job. I would not have the flexibility that I have today. And I would be a lot more stressed out. So that's just a little bit about our story to set us off. Oh, there's my contact information in case anyone needs it. Okay, so the great thing about this business is it doesn't matter if you are like me and you really want to make this your job, you want to make this your career, or if you're just somebody who wants to get their oils paid for, or like put aside a little bit of extra money for your family for vacations, or maybe you want to bring your husband home. It doesn't matter. Like, you can do this business, and I have trouble even calling it a business because it never feels like work. But if you do this and just share your oils, like, you can meet any of these goals. We never, ever would have imagined that we would be leaders in a network marketing company. So this happened very organically. If we can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me. There's nothing special about Steve and I, apart from that we are just passionate about natural health and wellness, and we love people. But yeah, so it really doesn't matter where you are in this journey. There is opportunity for you, no matter what your goals are. We are actually qualified legally. We have to show everyone, when we're talking about income, we have to show them the Young Living disclosure statement. So this is all U.S. Young Living members, and it shows you the monthly income of members according to rank. And we'll talk a little bit about what ranks mean and how you qualify for a different rank and so on. But just to put things into perspective. So we hit silver in June. The average silver makes around $2,200 a month. Marissa is my direct upline, very good friend, has been for years. She is, kind of like me. Like, there's nothing like amazingly special about Marissa, except that she is passionate about this. Like, she didn't have like this huge following online. She isn't like the PR guru. It's, she's just a normal everyday person. The average gold makes over $6,000 a month. She will soon be platinum. And now Haley and Jeremy Aliff, who I was telling you about earlier, they are now Royal Crown Diamonds in October. So excited for them. That is the highest level of Young Living members. The average Royal Crown Diamond makes over $152,000 a month. Like, that's just stupid money. I don't even know what I would do with that much money. It would allow us to bless a whole lot of people. I keep thinking that, like, when I hit that rank, I will be the most phenomenal anonymous philanthropist that ever was. Serrata, Three Rivers would be like paid for. You don't have to worry about that. So that just shows you the potential with the income. These are very real figures. And it was basically my income according to each rank leading up until this point has been spot on according to this chart. And this shows you kind of broken down a little more clearly average monthly income. I think these are actually 2015 figures, so it's a little bit less. Okay, so nuts and bolts. When you share your oils with somebody and they want to know, okay, well, how can I get oils? How do I get started? So about 99% of our members become wholesale members. We very rarely have the retail customer sign up. Because there's not a whole lot of benefits to it. It is more expensive, and you don't get really a comprehensive introduction to oils. So we always, always push people towards the wholesale member route because it is a benefit to them. And so the way you enroll a new member, if you've never done it before, you basically help them go to youngliving.com, click Become a Member, and then they, or you, if you're with them, will enter your personal member number. So when you signed up with Young Living and became a member and got your starter kit, you got a personal member number. You use that in the sponsor and enroller ID fields when they're signing up. So they would click wholesale member and enter your personal member number as their sponsor and enroller, and then click through, order their starter kit, everything gets shipped to them. They're a member. They then have a member number. So it is that easy for them to sign somebody up whenever they want to after that point. But members get 24% off of all Young Living products once they purchase a starter kit. So you have some starter kit options. The most popular one is the premium starter kit. And that's probably, I think everybody on this call probably got the premium starter kit. It's 11 oils, a diffuser, some Ninja Red samples. All of those items individually at retail price would be like over $350. So you're getting all that for $160 in a premium starter kit. And I like to think of the premium starter kit as being like a little mini medicine cabinet. So it's a very comprehensive introduction. They can try different things, see what works best for them. So always push people to the wholesale member route because it's really going to benefit them in the long run. Then if they were to try one oil, and it amazes me the number of people who try one oil one time and think like, oh, okay, well, it didn't really do anything. I'm like, well, first of all, it takes consistency of use. And second of all, that might not be the oil that your body responds strongest to. So a premium starter kit is a good way to avert that. And with membership, you also have access to like our personal Facebook groups, Marissa's group, Haley's group. So you get that, that hands-on sort of community interaction and stay plugged in. And you also can earn commissions, of course, as a member. You can't do that as a retail customer. Okay, so understanding terms and definitions. This is just sort of base level stuff. Distributor member means you signed up with a starter kit, you're a member, you get that 24% off. A customer is a retail customer, so they did not sign up as a member. An enroller is the distributor responsible for signing up a new member to Young Living. So when you give somebody your member number and they put that in the enroller field, you are then their enroller. And you're eligible as their enroller for some specific bonuses. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. The sponsor is a member's direct upline and main support. So oftentimes, when I'm enrolling a new member, I will make myself their sponsor and enroller. And then after a few days, I kind of figure out where I want to place that member within my organization. We'll get into more of this in a few minutes, but I don't very often leave myself as people's sponsor. I'm always their enroller if I personally enroll them, but I will change the sponsor to benefit somebody else in my organization. So say my mom. My mom is one of my leaders in my organization. I want to help grow her organization. So that member that I enrolled, I can then place that member underneath my mom or somebody in my mom's organization. They're still on my team and they're still part of my organization as well, but it also is benefiting other people underneath me. And it's also benefiting me too, because as the people underneath me grow more successful, so do I. You have 20 days after you first enroll a new member to move them anywhere in your organization that you choose. It's very easy to do. Within the first 5 days, you can either do a live chat from your Young Living account and say, hi, I just enrolled this new member. I want to change their sponsor to sponsor number blah, blah, blah. Or you can call over the phone and do the same thing. But after the first 5 days, then you have to email resolutions@youngliving.com and tell them, that you want to move somebody, and it'll take like a week or two before they actually process the move. So within that first 5 days, it's super quick, it's easy, it's automatic, but you have up until 20 days to move them. Volume is a commissionable value of the products a distributor purchases each month. So every single Young Living product has a volume attached to it. So PV stands for personal volume, and you'll see in my order every single month, my orders usually total to be about 300 PV or more every single month. And you qualify for different commissions and things based on different personal volumes. You can get free product if you spend a certain amount of PV each month, things like that. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Your organizational group volume is your personal volume plus everybody else in your organization. So it doesn't matter what level they're at within your organization, it's you plus everybody else. A leg is formed by a distributor who has 100 PV and includes the OGV of their downline. So for example, I enrolled my mom and I left her as my level 1. So if you look at this like in a pyramid shape, I'm at the top and then my mom is next level down. So she has an entire group of people underneath her. That's her organization. So my mom spends 100 PV and everybody underneath her, say everybody underneath her equaled 6,000 and my mom spends 100. So 6,100 is the total organizational volume of that leg. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Can y'all not see the slideshow? Here, let me unmute people. Want to make sure y'all can see the slideshow.
I can see it.
Okay, you can see it? Okay. Chantel, you're having trouble? Chantel, can you see?
No, we can't see it. We just see your face.
Okay, but like Sarada, you can see, other people can see. Okay.
It's just us.
You should be able to click, there's like an option on the screen where you can see more of your like tiles, like you can see people's faces. One of those tiles should be this presentation, Haley.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Essential rewards. So this is one of the pillars, I guess, of a young living business. One of the goals as a business builder is you want to get your members on essential rewards. And for 2 reasons. One, it means they are consistently ordering every single month, and that's like guaranteed volume for your organization. And 2, they're trying products. They're loving products. This is becoming part of their lifestyle. And it also benefits them too because they're getting points back on their monthly order. So if you're not on essential rewards, the way it works is it's a free loyalty program. It costs nothing to get on it. You can get off of it at any time with no penalty, but you receive a percentage of points back to put toward free product. And the only requirement is that you have to personally spend 50 PV in a calendar month's time. You get 1 ER order. So months 1 through 3, 10%, 4 to 24, you get 20%, and then months 25 and up, you get 25% back. I've been on it for over 3 years, and it's the best thing since sliced bread as far as I'm concerned. I get almost half of my Young Living products for free between the monthly promos, the ER monthly promos, and the percentage of points that I get back. So it's a really awesome program. So always make sure to educate your members from the beginning about essential rewards. We have a tendency, I feel like, as business builders, we don't want to ever be pushy. You know, we don't want people to feel like we're just trying to get them to spend money. But essential rewards is where it's at. It's my favorite thing, one of my favorite things about Young Living. And it's really doing people a disservice if you're not telling them about it. And I always tell people too, if you at any point want to get off of essential rewards, just tell me and I will personally remove you from it. It's fine. But most people, once they get on it, they love it and they don't end up getting off of it. So monthly promotions, we always need to make sure we're educating our team members about these monthly promotions. I know since most of us are probably on Facebook and we see it all and we're in the groups, not everybody is. And some of these people are living under a rock. They don't check their email. They're not in the Facebook groups. And they have no idea about these monthly promotions. So we have members sometimes, and it kills me. We have members that are you can check in your virtual office what their essential rewards cart is scheduled for, like how much PV is in it. And sometimes we'll have members that are on Essential Rewards that have like 98 PV in their cart for Essential Rewards scheduled to process in a day or two. And I'm like, oh my God, like $2 more, and you're getting sometimes like a $30 oil depending on the promo that month. So make sure your members know, one, about the ER exclusive promotions, and two, just about the promotions in general. So on the first of every single month, Young Living releases these, and they're a great way to boost your OGV, your organizational volume, educating people about these promos, and to get free stuff for yourself. All of these things right here are things that we use in our household, especially Life 9. So a lot of times it'll be stuff that was already in my cart, and I get it for free, and you know, it's something that I didn't have to buy. So really awesome. Okay, so let's get into the money stuff. So you know how we talked about you know, at certain PV, you are eligible to make commissions from Young Living. So this sort of breaks that down. When you enroll a new member with a premium starter kit, so that's the $160 starter kit, Young Living gives you a $25 cash bonus called the Start Living bonus. And on top of that, you earn a 25% Fast Start bonus. So that's where that $50 paycheck comes from every single time you enroll a new member. Now, the Start Living bonus you get one time when you enroll that new member, but with the Fast Start bonus, you're earning 25% of that member's order for their first 3 months. So those first 3 months are crucial to make sure that member is plugged in, educated, ordering, trying new things. You know, that's sort of that crucial time that you want to be paying lots and lots of attention to them. So in order to qualify to make either one of those bonuses, you personally have to spend 50 PV. 50 PV. There's a lot of confusion about the Fast Start bonus. People think that after the first month, months 2 and 3, you have to start spending 100 PV to get 25% of that member's order. No, it's still 50 PV for the first 3 months to get 25%. To get ongoing commissions, unilevel commissions, which we'll talk about in a minute, you have to personally spend 100 PV during that calendar month to qualify to receive unilevel commissions. Hope that makes sense. Somebody chat me if that doesn't, or if you have questions. Okay, so yeah, that's that. All right, unilevel commissions. So this is what, hang on, let me, chat window. Okay, so this is the commissions that you make after that first 3-month period when you enroll a new member. So you make a commission between 4 and 8% of their personal volume, depending on what level you place them at. So for instance, I enroll my mom. I leave her as my level 1. I remain the sponsor and the enroller. She's a level 1 for me. And I will always make 8% of her monthly order, is you know, part of my commissions. And I have to spend 100 PV personally in order to qualify to get that. And depending, you know, as you go down, you are paid out on more levels. You're paid, you know, all the way through Royal Crown Diamond on the first 5 levels, except after executive level. We're not going to get into all this because it kind of like makes my head hurt, and it's going to be over everybody else's head too. It's a disaster if I try to explain it. But after executive rank, you hit silver, and then you start earning commissions on personal generation. So your paycheck starts going up. You start making more commissions based on other things. Let's just leave it at that. But everybody's paid on the first 5 levels for these ranks. Okay, so there's 4 ways to get paid. We've already talked about the Start Living bonus and the Fast Start bonus and the unilevel commissions. There's One more thing that we kind of didn't talk about is the Rising Star bonus. I hope that's the next slide, because this sort of shows you how to structure your organization when you enroll new members. Yes, okay, good. So stars, senior stars, and executives can earn shares based on 1% of all of Young Living's commissionable sales. So this is a nice way to get a little extra chunk of change in your paycheck if you structure your organization this way. So basically, you have legs in your organization. When you enroll someone and leave them as your level 1 and they're spending 100 PV on ER, they qualify as a leg for you. So everybody underneath them plus them is the organizational volume of that leg. And if you have 3 legs, each at 300 organizational volume, you qualify for 1 share. If you have that and 2 other legs that each have an organizational volume of 500, you qualify for 2 shares. And then for 3 shares, you have the first 3 as well as 2 more legs at 1,000 OGB each. So the reason why this is so critical that you structure your organization this way is because you will never have to have more than 6 legs to reach Royal Crown Diamond. So let's say in a perfect world, you have 6 Rockstar members who sign up under you, you enroll them, they're all your level 1s, and all 6 of them like blow it out of the water. They are enrolling people right and left. Their organizational volumes are huge. And let's say they had the organizational volume to get you to Royal Crown Diamond. That's very feasible. It doesn't always happen that way, but the reason why they have a 7th leg right here for the Rising Star Team bonus is because you always need a backup leg, just in case one of your people drops off, they choose not to do the business anymore, they stop ordering, whatever reason, you want to have a backup leg. So structure your organization this way, and you want to be building all of your legs simultaneously. So you never ever want to just focus on getting say, you want to get to silver really, really bad. So it only takes 2 legs, each at 4,000 OGV to get to silver. So, but if you're putting all your eggs in that silver basket, it's going to take you a heck of a lot longer to reach gold than if you were to, have been building other legs simultaneously. You want to grow all your legs at the same time. Okay, so this is how the rank qualification works. And basically, I'll show you a chart in a minute that shows like what a leg looks like. Might be a little bit easier to visualize. But our first rank with Young Living is star. So your organizational volume, again, is your volume, your personal spend, plus everybody underneath you. So you could hit the rank of star just spending 500 PV all by yourself in a month's time. You're not required to have any legs at the rank of star. Senior star, again, you could hit this rank all by yourself if you were spending 2,000 PV during a month's time. Very few people do that unless they're Crown Diamonds. Executive is the first rank where we start to see legs. So when your organizational volume is 4,000 and you have 2 legs underneath you, each that have at least 1,000 organizational volumes of their own, then you're an executive. And your paycheck goes up with every single rank you hit because you're paid on more levels. Oops. Okay, so this just kind of reiterates that. But this sort of chart shows you, that's a good example of what the legs look like, what the level looks like. So all of your 8%, those are all of your level 1 people. Those are the leaders of your legs, right? And so everybody underneath one of those 8%, that's their organization. So that's what you want to focus on building and helping those people build. You want to get each of your 8%, all those 8% circles right there, you want to help them be successful and grow their organizations as big as possible. That's how their paycheck grows. That's how your paycheck grows. It's pretty simple. So after executive level, this just shows you the requirements for organizational volume to hit these different ranks. So at silver, my total organizational volume had to be 10,000 OGV, and I had to have 2 legs at 4,000 each. At gold, that you have a 3rd leg, and each of your legs has to be at 6,000 each. And with every rank after that, you're pretty much having to add another leg, add another leg, add another leg. But you want to be looking at growing all of these legs simultaneously the whole time. So all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond, where you have to have 6 legs at 35,000 each. So basically, here's the cool thing whenever you think about it. A Royal Crown Diamond only has to have they have to have 5 golds underneath them. So if you think about that, that's like 5 Marissas or 5 me's, or, will be gold, fairly soon. So when you think about that, Royal Crown Diamonds only have to have like a handful of people just like us underneath them. And I think that's pretty cool. It makes it seem that much more attainable. So legs, again, this just sort of breaks it down for you, makes it easy to understand. The leader of that leg, so where you see those biggest circles underneath you, the thing you have to remember is they, to qualify as your leg, have to be spending 100 PV. Otherwise, that volume doesn't count as a leg for you to hit rank. It's a little tricky. So when I enroll a new member and I want to place them within my organization, I'm never going to place somebody underneath one of the people that is not committed to spending 100 PV per month. Because what happens if I put a whole bunch of people underneath them and their volume, their organizational volume blows up, but they stop ordering, they don't want to spend 100 PV anymore, that's it. They don't qualify as a leg. I'm still making commissions off of it, but in order for me to hit rank, that person has to be committed to spending 100 PV. What I will say is that for those people to get their oils paid for is very, very easy. So most of my leaders who I build just have their oils paid for within a couple of months, because the volume underneath them is growing and buying, and it just covers the cost of their oils. But that's just something to be mindful of. And it's some place where leaders get burned when they're trying to help people, that eventually just drop off or get disinterested. You just want to keep that in the back of your head. So levels, this just drives that home again. So you have your legs, and then you've got your levels within your organization. The thing about levels, I don't really care what level people are within my organization. I don't care if I'm making 8% of their order or if I'm making 4% of their order on my unilevel commissions. It makes no difference to me. They're valuable. If they are on my team, I want to help them, and I want to make sure they're educated. And if they want to do this as a business, I will treat my level 5s the same as I do my level 1s. That's part of what being a leader is in this business. Ideally you want to have your level 1 leaders taking ownership of their teams and everybody else in their organization. But sometimes I'll have the relationship with somebody who's like deep in my organization, like a level 4 or a level 5. And that relationship's mine, and it's always going to stay mine because maybe I enrolled them, maybe they're just a good friend, whatever. So I always treat everybody the same within my organization, no matter what. You want to help them. It's only going to benefit you, and it's only going to benefit the other leaders on your team. So Elite Express is a really cool program for people who want to build this business quickly. Basically, it offers giant rewards for hard work. So look it up. You can just do a quick Google search. There's information about it in your virtual office, but you'll see things like executive in 3, silver in 6. So executive in 3 means that you hit the rank of executive within 3 months of reaching star for the first time. Silver in 6 means you hit silver with from the rank of executive within 6 months of being executive for the first time. So you get lots of free stuff. I hit silver in 5 in June, and I got a Fitbit from Young Living and like 1,200, I forget how many, it was like over $1,000 in free oils. They sent me like this gorgeous bag and all these free oils, like 30 something oils. And they only get better the higher the rank is. So like gold and 6, I think, is another one. I'm not going to qualify for that one, but I think you get like free Ninja for a year or something crazy like that, and some other stuff, and like a thieves kit. I don't know. It's all really good stuff. So something to work towards if you're already pursuing the business, for sure. So what's next? Now, once you have a firm grip on the terms and ways to earn, it's time to start sharing. So I want to make sure everybody knows they can contact me for, questions or anything like that. I am your support system. I'm going to give you some resources after this, so this is not the end. But you have a really great support system within Young Living. I love teaching classes for the members on my team. I do weekly wind downs here, and I do webinars. But, if you want to teach a class, maybe you're not comfortable, I love to go to my members' house or wherever they want to do it. I'll teach, and you just enroll your people. It can be that easy. Eventually, I want our members, of course, to be teaching on their own and feel comfortable doing that, but not everybody starts out comfortable that way. I know I didn't. So I want to make it as easy as possible for you, and meet you wherever your goals are. So we can get together, have a goal setting meeting, and we'll talk about what it'll take for you to hit the rank that you want to hit. These are some really great online resources, people that I highly recommend following. Lindsay Elmore is probably one of my favorites. She is the pharmacist on Facebook, but farm like F-A-R-M. If you're not following her, you really need to. She does all kinds of awesome stuff, like educational videos, and she gets kind of like into the science of things. It's awesome. Another one of my favorites is Dr. Jim Bob Hagerton. He is a chiropractor based in, I think, somewhere in Texas. Amazing man of God. He is just incredible and so knowledgeable, and he breaks down things very, very simply, and quite frankly, he's just hilarious to listen to. But yeah, so these are just some good people on social media to follow. The cool thing about this business is there's not one way to do it. Well, I take that back. There is one way, and it's your way. So the way I grew my business might not be the way you grow your business. So you might prefer one-on-ones with people. That's great. Take somebody out to lunch and educate them. You may love doing classes. If that's your thing, awesome. You may love social media. You might have a great social media following. Maybe blogging is your thing. Whatever your comfort zone is, Young Living, you can tailor it to your skill set, and you can grow that way. And that's the beauty of it. But these are some great online things to help. And these are some of our must-have tools. So normally, whenever I introduce somebody to Young Living, the business side, I like to give them a mini copy of this game plan book. So you can go on Sarah Harnish's website. It's like theoilabilityteam.com. And she sells these little game plan minis. It's basically the first few chapters of this book. And it really helps people catch the vision for this as a business. Sarah Harnish I think she had like 5 kids. She and her husband were working something like 8 jobs between the two of them just to make ends meet. They were living out of the food pantry. She was driving like hours to work each way just to make ends meet. And like Young Living radically changed her life. And so her story is a really, really powerful one. So I highly recommend getting game plan minis for people you want to introduce to the business side. Getting noticed is awesome for those who have a talent for social media. Lindsay Teague Moreno, I think she hit Royal Crown Diamond in something like less than 2 years. It was insanely fast, and she did it all online. So she focuses on how to create really engaging content on social media that will get noticed. 4-Year Career by Richard Bliss Brooke helps you catch the vision of network marketing as a business, because there is no other business on the face of the earth that gives you time freedom. You have total time flexibility. The average Royal Crown Diamond works a 40-hour work week and makes $150,000 a month. So you have time freedom, you have financial freedom, you have residual income. So if something were to happen to me, or say I got sick or I got pregnant and I couldn't work for a little while, I'm still making an income because my team is still generating income. So that's something that you really don't have in many other business models. There's a million other benefits to network marketing business, but I think Young Living, the way that the company is structured, I'm not successful unless the people underneath me are successful, and I love that. So I want to pour into my team. I want to build those relationships. This business doesn't really happen without relationships. You have to have relationships with your team members, or else it just falls flat. And that's how you recruit new members. That's how you reach people. You're not going to reach people by, telling them, oh, hey, get a starter kit. And that's like your first interaction with them ever. You're gonna help them. You're gonna give them a solution that meets a need that they have. You're gonna have that relationship with them. And when you have their trust, that's when they're gonna listen to you. So that's so important, is building that trust and relationship. The graphic on the bottom is oily tools. So once you start building your organization, and I usually tell people, like, by the time you're executive or right about executive, it's time to start looking at getting this app. It is amazing. So I can pull stats on every single member, project their volume for the month, project my paycheck for the month, what that's going to be. It's all kinds of amazing tools. And you can get alerts for when items go in stock and out of stock. It's just really great. And then Lindsay Teague Moreno also has a podcast called Boss Up that is awesome for business leaders. So highly recommend tuning into that. Okay, so with all of this said, determine what your goals are. If it's one class a month, you're like, I want to enroll a couple of friends, I want to educate some people, I want to get my bills paid for, you could probably do that, hosting maybe one class a month. If you want to hit silver and above, and you want to do like nose to the grindstone, get it fast, what I highly recommend, and this is what I did, teach 4 to 6 classes a month. So I was doing a wind down every week, still am pretty much. Maybe doing some one-on-ones here and there, teaching a business webinar. So whatever that looks like, it's just 4 to 6 things a month, and that will help you go quickly. So it's being consistent with what you're doing. You're not going to teach one class and hit silver overnight. It just doesn't happen that way. So if you want to grow, it takes consistency, and it takes work, but I guarantee you it will be the most fun work that you ever do, and it won't feel like work. All right, guys, that's the end of it. Does anybody have any questions for me before we sign off? I think I'm just going to unmute everybody so we can do it this way. Hang on. Okay. Manage participants, unmute all. Okay, yay.
Hey, Mama Linda. Hey, that was good.
Yes, it was really good.
Good. Did I
Thank
leave
you,
anything
Sarah.
out that we need to be talking about? I feel like I might be missing a couple things, but let me know if you have questions after this. I'm happy to answer them.
No, actually, that helped a lot. I answered a lot of questions I had.
Good.
I've got 4 classes scheduled next month.
Yeah, girl. You are awesome.
All right.
Jennifer, I have to say, like, Jennifer is one of the most driven, dedicated people ever. Like, seriously, like, she inspires me. I am just amazed at how much drive she's got, and she has so much passion, and it impresses me every day. You bless me. You really
Sorry
do.
I look like this. I took my shower already.
All good, girlfriend.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, everybody. I will talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Thanks, baby. Bye, y'all.